you actually alluded to it before, solo players.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this affects them more than it affects other people. Obviously, getting one shot, you can't be revived if you're a solo player.
Yeah.
That sucks.
The solo player. I've been saying for months now, the solo player has zero place in this game. This game was not designed for the solo player. It is not fun for the solo player. And trying to do anything that's worth anything in the game is so hard for the solo player that you have to be a masochist to enjoy playing it solo. It's not fun, period. Bullet sponginess, poor AI design, overwhelming numbers of enemies. Try running around DZ1 in the higher DZ bracket, gear score bracket, with all of those looters running around shooting you with the little, forget about it. Solo player, why? Why would you waste your time with that? You probably do better in DZ6, fighting the cleaners one by one, drawing them out and taking them on. I don't get it.
The scaling between difficulty modes, especially like it's pretty obvious in the underground. Like when you're playing hard mode, you can actually run through hard mode and wreck everything, and then you try challenge mode and suddenly you get wrecked. And there is something off here, obviously, because this is not how it should be. Like if you can very easily run through hard mode, and that means the rewards you're going to get there are probably not super interesting for you, you should actually be able to do challenge mode.
Exactly.
You should not just get completely wrecked. So obviously there is something off there, which also has to do partially with the NPC scaling and the difficulty.
So again, they talk more and more about the scaling of the difficulty and that loot should be better. The loot has everything to do with the way that it will improve the scaling and the difficulty of the game. I disagree. I disagree strongly because, and this train keeps going by. I disagree strongly. Sorry about that. But I disagree strongly because I don't really think that getting more loot or getting quote unquote better loot is really going to be the thing that makes the game more fun. Imagine you just got the best loot in the game. Your character has the best of everything, the highest number of everything, and now what? You can shoot somebody in the head, which is exactly what you've been doing for the entire time that you've been playing the game, is shooting somebody in the head. I'm not against shooting somebody in the head in a video game. That is perfectly fine. I've been doing it for years, but the problem with this game is that that is the only thing to do and really one of the only ways to defeat enemies. Don't get me started on the incursions and the final bosses of incursions. An APC, a helicopter, and a fire truck.
And I kind of agree, and it's something that I knew. I knew.
He knew. He knew. He knew. He knew that the shit didn't work. He knew that it was wrong. He knew that it was broken. And they went with it anyway. Come on, man. Really? You trying to tell me that you guys knew all of this stuff? You knew that it wasn't working? You knew that it wasn't really good, but you went with it anyway? Funny how this is the first time that they're saying they knew. Funny that this is the first time that they're actually admitting to the fact that a lot of the decisions that have been made regarding the game are wrong. Really quite funny how all of that is just showing up now. You know what I think? And this is what I really think. I really think, and if you look back at the old state of the games 2 weeks before their vacation, the kind of rapport, the way that they talked to the people in the live chat wasn't very nice. It wasn't very good. A lot of the stuff was, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. I'm getting tired of this. This is the attitude that they had. They didn't say they were getting tired of repeating, yeah, we know. But the attitude that they gave off was that they knew they had no solutions. There was nothing they could do about it. So, fuck it. We going on vacation in 2 weeks anyway. And that was kind of the attitude that they had towards the community for a while. And now that they've come back, they got a nice stern talking to from some of the higher ups. Some of the people who didn't really appreciate the way that things were going on in the community. And they came back saying, you know what? You guys are right. You know what? That's not fun. You know what? You guys knew it all along. You know what? I knew it too. I just didn't say anything. I totally agree with you. Yeah. You guys are the best. You know what? Let's extend this state of the game because it's fun. Gosh darn it. It's a lot of fun talking to you because you're special now. And I love you and I miss you. Fuck that. Let's keep this shit real. The game has been broken for a long time. The numbers of players have been depleting and going down and down and down. People are not happy with the game. People are not buying the DLC. People are not interested in buying the upcoming DLC. People are not having fun. The people like me who've been supporting the game, who've loved the game, who've made videos and advertised about the game to keep people playing the game are tired. We want to have fun, we want to enjoy the game, and we want the developers to make changes that reflect a positive game that is, 1, fun to play, 2, rewards us for our time that we spend with this game, and 3, something that gives us those moments that makes us really enjoy being with this game, playing with this game, and says, man, I can only have these kinds of moments in the Division. The only kinds of moments I can have in the Division are fighting fire trucks. Fire trucks. Fire truck.
You have a situation where, like, I'm level 24, but I'm using level 20 guns, and then I get a level 24 gun, and I feel so much more powerful.
Yep.
That's something that we don't have in the end game right now. It's like, and I did mention this at the time when the G36 came out, that the issue wasn't necessarily that the G36 was overpowered. It was that our scaling was off.
Yep.
We need to exactly figure out what the solution is to that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We have nothing for in-game users to feel powerful. We have nothing that makes in-game users feel powerful. Once you get to level 30, that's about as strong as you're going to ever feel. We got nothing after that. I don't really even know what to say about that. I really don't. Like, so get to level 30 and then quit? What was the whole point of saying that, this was an RPG and you could level your character? What was the whole point of that? We're working on it. You do that. You do that.
On top of, making rewards just feel better, also actually having items that are meaningful and that are actually feel like an upgrade. That's something super important.
Yes, exactly. And that's something that I've also put on my list is named weapons.
Oh yeah.
Like what? Like there's a reason we don't use them.
Yeah.
They're not very good.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be the case. So that's one of the things that definitely needs fixing.
Absolutely.
Gear should feel rewarding, and the named weapons are whack. We agree. This, like, seriously, this entire state of the game has been them pissing in your face. That's how I feel. I feel like it's been pissing in the face. Like, you just pissing in your face. Just, like, since the game started, before gear sets even came out, a lot of the bigger YouTubers, far bigger than me, have done weapon reviews and unanimously said that the named weapons have been ace. And that's spelled ASS, not ACE. Now, the named weapons have been straight garbage since day one. Well, not all of them. Actually, was it that blue auto rifle that everybody seemed to want for their sets that you could farm for the Bullet King. I keep forgetting the name of it. Not the Liberator, but that other one. You guys know what I'm talking about. But that gun was probably the best named weapon, and it was kind of mediocre at best. The fact that you could get a similar weapon of that archetype, whatever the archetype of the weapon, plus you could get the types of perks that you wanted on your weapons, how they rolled, really made it seem like, what's the point of getting a named weapon? My suggestion and my idea is that if you're going to have a named weapon, give it something unique. Give it two things unique that make it amazing. Either if it's an auto rifle or a submachine gun or something like that, give it increased damage plus stability so that you don't need so many stability mods. Give it a higher rate of fire plus more stability so that you don't need the stability mods and you can get that high rate of fire. And then give it a kind of unique perk, or give it two unique perks that are completely out of the realm of any other weapon except for that one. And then give it something crazy, something that's just out of this world, completely nuts, that just something wild, so that people can have fun with it and play with it. You know why that blind rifle that still hasn't come out was so popular at E3? It's because it did something completely different than no other gun did, and it was fun. I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to that because of the utility of it, using flashbangs, using the flash grenades and stuff like that, plus using that blind set. Using all of that together could mean great damage. But still, that gun hasn't come out. No word on it. Still haven't talked about it. When's it coming out? Things like that really hurt the game. I know that this Tom Clancy thing is, it's supposed to be ultra realistic, but if it's an RPG shooter where I have to shoot somebody 28 times in the head with a shotgun, and I'm using pulse and I'm using smart cover, and that level 34, not even 35 enemy, it doesn't die. It takes that many rounds to make it die. Where's the realism in that? Have guns that are fun. Have guns that are unique. Give them something amazing that no other gun is doing, and that will make the named weapons great.
Is that people feel like there's a lack of a dedicated PvP space, right? And that's not what the Dark Zone is. I think we all agree that that's not it. But for people who are craving that type of gameplay, they're trying to, and I speculate, they're trying to recreate that dedicated PvP type of gameplay in a space that really doesn't support it.
Yep.
Which is problematic. to say the least. So
yeah,
we hear you on that for sure.
In the Dark Zone, you're in a situation where PvP players are looking for PvP, and you have PvE players that are looking for PvE. And no matter what you're looking for, you're going to be encountering the players that are looking for the other thing.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
that's, no matter what, that's going to be a frustrating experience.
No, he didn't. You know, they said, wait. He said the Dark Zone is not the PvP space. The Dark Zone is not the space for PvP. Then why is it in there? If you understand that the PvP part and people looking for PvP in the Dark Zone is killing the game, why not just take it out? Or make an area for PvP. But to say that it's not quite the place where you should be doing PvP is bullshit. Like, you're lying. When the game first came up, when they were promoting the game, they said the Dark Zone was going to be the place where you could attack other players and have PvP. At least that was what I got from it. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. But I'm pretty sure that when they talked about the Dark Zone and having the helicopter come and pick stuff up and being able to hijack people and take their stuff, all of that was kind of their answer to the PvP. Does the game have PvP? I pretty much remember that was how it was kind of touted. Am I wrong?